Hey, what's up, YouTube? This King Geo in the house. How you guys doing today? Or tonight, actually. Or today, whenever you see this video. It's a live video. I want to say to those people who have not subscribe to my channel. Please look at whenever you see my video, to the end, to the middle. But to the end is best. And hit that subscribe button and hit that button of notification, and it'll give you that bell that you see right there, and it will notify you when I, King Geo, have uploaded a video. Well, today's live is more like of racial tension. There's been a lot of frustration in the country with what's going on with the killing of George Floyd. Prior to that, with other killings of Breonna Taylor and all them, and Trayvon Martin and everyone. But Trayvon Martin was a different story. That was a civilian. But the officers are killing of black individuals. That is something that we have to. That's something that we're dealing with now. As you can see, there are no riots. As you can see, the NBA canceled their playoffs yesterday. Some baseball teams in the West Coast didn't play yesterday, and some teams in the East Coast didn't play today. So they postponed their game. I don't know if that's a good idea, teams doing that. But I guess to each his own. It's up to the owner. I mean, I myself would, if I owned a team, I would give the solidarity as far as doing something special with in the team, in the stadium, something like that. But I would not cancel my games. But that's just me. And I understand where the solidarity is coming from. But there's certain things you got to separate. So it's amazing because you see the video where Jacob Blake was getting shot, and a lot of people were coming back and saying, "Oh, he has the history," or that he has this, but the history has nothing to do with the fact that he got shot 7 times in the back. I was just reading that his father was kind of angry because he was handcuffed to this bed, but he has a warrant out for his arrest. So even though I know his father says he's not going nowhere, but that's the way it's always been. When you're in a hospital and you're arrested, they cuff you to the bed no matter what happens. So that part, it is what it is. Can't do nothing about that. But you see what I'm getting to the racial. What I want you to get to the racial tension is that if you saw my video, if you saw a video that I did earlier on today, you saw how this. I'm gonna show you a picture of this young kid, 17 years old, and this kid is already full of hatred, and it's kind of I mean, I'm gonna say something that people might, I really don't care if they like it or not. Look at this kid, 17 years old. 17 years old. Okay. And his name is what? Kyle Rittenhouse. This is the guy who shot in the crowd in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and allegedly killed 2 people. When we say allegedly, because he's not guilty, he's innocent until proven guilty, right? So you have to say allegedly. So, what is this 17-year-old kid walking the streets with an AR-15? And as he's going by, you see that he's passing by, and there's three, I think 3 tanks, 2 tanks that look like SWAT, and he's carrying a gun. He's with his hands up. The gun's just across his chest, and there's 2 cop cars. They don't even do anything. I bet you if there was a black person or a Hispanic person, then the story wouldn't have been, they wouldn't even pass him by. They would just stop right there, freeze, put your hands up. And I know that you have your Second Amendment right, but this is a kid. He's not supposed to have a gun. So he had an agenda, and I hope he gets what he deserves, and that's life in prison. And that is what it is, right? And I blame some of this on Donald Trump because he puts this fear in you Republicans' eye, and white Americans are that somehow Biden or the Democrats are going to take your Second Amendment right. They cannot do that because it's a right. It's in the Constitution. It's in the Constitution of the United States of America. And when you have Trump saying these things, spewing these lies, and what that does is that these kids or this person who already has Rachel, who's a bigot, who's a racist, hears Donald Trump say this, and then they're going to say, so what the president said this, what, they're not going to take him right away. Not thinking logically. If they ever went to school, they should know that the Constitution of the United States cannot be taken away. And it has to go through a process, but it was there to protect us for a reason. So it's absurd to even think that Biden or a Democrat can take away your Second Amendment right. They're trying to modify the way a person can purchase a handgun or a weapon like an AR-15. They should go to a deep background check and they should go through a lot, which I agree. If you look at other countries that have stiff gun laws, Germany one has a stiff gun law, and you don't see them doing mass shootings. You can see, oh, where's my gun? So it's just ridiculous to even think. That's even ridiculous when the Republican in the Republican the NRC, when they said, oh, that Biden's going to take the right away, that Biden's going to do this, that Biden's going to do that, and it's not true. And everything that this man spills is just division. And the one that gets me mad is that the Republican Party does not see that. They does not see that. Biden or the Democrat cannot take your rights away. That was given by our forefathers. So let's get that out of the way. You have the right to bear arms, but you also have the right to be responsible when you bear those arms. And how that kid got an AR-15 could be his father, I don't know, but he legally he cannot hold a handgun by law. So I just don't know where do we go from here? When does this end? Where does this all come to? We cannot end racism because racism will never end, but you can diminish the hatred that you see in TV, and you see people walking the street with so much hate. Hey, you end this, and you end that. You ain't nothing but to end this and end that. And it's kind of sad. Or when you see a person that I saw the other day saying in the street, says, oh, this person shouldn't even be considered white because he's not protecting his own kind. I mean, that stuff like that it's ignorance, and it hurts me because, it doesn't take an educated person to know that we all created equal. In the eyes of God, we all created equal. Black don't matter, white don't matter. It's not a color thing. But that's the way we are portrayed in this country. This country is divided by race. This country is divided by religion. This country is divided by voting parties. This country is just plain divided. And it's sad. It really is. And then you have people spewing a lot of things. That's not right. Man, if you just sit down and you analyze the things that are going on, it just takes logic to do things. I don't know why is it so hard to think for yourself. Don't think about the Democrats are doing this, or the Democrats said this, or the Republicans said that. No, you got to do your own thinking. You got to come to your own conclusion. No one can tell me, oh, King Gio, you're voting Democratic or you're voting Republican. No, I vote Democrat because I choose to vote Democrat, or vote Republican because I choose to vote Republican. And because that Republican person, that Republican Party has at that specific moment, it's meeting my needs. That's what it's doing. It's meeting my needs. It goes in accordance with what I want to do, or what I want for the country, not just an individual, but as a collective. And that's very important. Very important. And it's kind of sad that we cannot truly get along. And it's also sad that we go protesting and it's all violent. There's no need for violence. There is no need for violence. There's no need for violence. There shouldn't be any violence. I'm trying to do something here, guys. So where are we? Where is this country going to? Where are we going to go as a country? Can we get away from this? It's just sad, man. It really is. Somebody move a number here. I'm doing something for someone here. So and this thing, racial profiling, is getting ridiculous. What are we going to do? What are we going to do as a nation? What are we going to do as a country? This can't be going on, guys. I mean, this is the way you want your kids to grow up, your grandkids, to let them know, oh, the white, the blacks don't count, the Hispanics don't count. It's just white. You can't be doing that. So it's sad. It really is. Yeah. So what do you think we should do? Well, I mean, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your ideas and what we can do to make this country a better country, to make this country a real, true USA. Where there's going to be racism, but not to this level. Not to this level. It's ridiculous. It really is. What can we do? Let's give our prayers to our brothers and sisters in Louisiana, brothers and sisters in Texas who are getting hit by the storm, by the tropical storm, and by the hurricane. And we hope it already went through Louisiana and it was caused some damage. They were saying not as much damage that they predicted, but nevertheless, they were damaged. So we'll see how that works out. But I want to get your thoughts because I want to get my wife is doing TikTok, so and I want to be able to get your opinion. You guys let me know. Nevertheless, we need to change as a country and as a whole. Well, guys, I thank you very much for this live. So peace.